November 2022. The internet changes forever. ChatGPT explodes to 100 million users in just 2 months. Faster than TikTok, faster than Instagram, faster than any product in history. At first, it looks like a toy. Students use it to cheat on essays. Programmers joke about it fixing broken code. Office workers secretly let it write their emails. But then, something bigger happens. Teachers panic, lawmakers panic, tech workers panic. And in Silicon Valley, one company panics the most: Google. For 20 years, Google dominated global search, turning knowledge into a trillion-dollar empire. But suddenly, a free chatbot is answering questions directly, without ads, without links, without Google. Inside Google's headquarters, executives declare code red. The last time they used those words was when Apple launched the iPhone. And this time, the threat isn't a gadget, it's a chatbot. Microsoft sees weakness. Satya Nadella moves instantly, pouring billions into OpenAI. For the first time in decades, Bing isn't a joke, it's a weapon. This is the story of how a side project built on a non-profit AI lab triggered the fastest, most expensive corporate arms race in tech history. A panic so big, it may reshape the future of the internet and humanity itself. Thesis, 2:30 to 3:30. This isn't just a story about Google and Microsoft fighting. It's about power. The power to control information, the power to shape culture, and the power to define what truth even is. And it started with a chatbot that wasn't supposed to change the world this fast. The spark. It begins with ordinary people. A student in New York pastes his history essay prompt into ChatGPT. The AI writes a 5-page paper in seconds. He prints it, turns it in, and gets an A. In India, a software engineer copies broken code into ChatGPT. It debugs instantly, saving him hours. In California, a lawyer uploads a complex contract. The AI highlights hidden loopholes. Screenshots spread across Twitter, Discord, Reddit. Headlines read, "AI just wrote my homework. This bot code's better than me." For decades, people relied on Google to find knowledge. Now, ChatGPT delivers answers directly, in full sentences. No links, no ads, just answers. And in Silicon Valley boardrooms, executives whisper the same sentence: if this is real, Google is dead. Google's Iceberg. Google's business is simple. Search. Every query equals ads. Every click equals money. In 2022 alone, search ads brought in $224 billion. That's more than the GDP of Finland. But ChatGPT cuts out the middleman. Ask it a question, it just gives you the answer. No ads, no clutter. At a company all hands, a Google engineer asks the terrifying question: why would anyone click 10 blue links when an AI just tells them the answer? Executives freeze. The company declares code red. Employees describe the mood as panic, but quiet panic. Then came disaster. In February 2023, Google rushed to unveil Bard, its AI chatbot. During the demo, Bard confidently gave the wrong answer about a NASA discovery. The mistake wiped $100 billion off Google's market value in one day. Investors called it the most expensive typo in history. For the first time in 2 decades, Google looked vulnerable. Microsoft's Counterstrike Satya Nadella had been watching closely. Microsoft's Bing had less than 5% of the search market. It was a joke. But with ChatGPT, it could become a weapon. In January 2023, Microsoft announced a $10 billion investment in OpenAI. Suddenly, Bing became the AI-powered search engine. For the first time in 20 years, Bing wasn't a meme. It was a threat. Microsoft went further. It integrated AI into Word, Excel, Outlook. Overnight, the tools used by billions of workers became AI-enhanced. Bill Gates called ChatGPT the most important advance in technology since the 1980s. The message was clear. Google's search empire was under attack, and Microsoft wanted its crown. The betrayal. But while corporations saw opportunity, ordinary people saw betrayal. Teachers watched classrooms collapse as AI wrote essays faster than students could type. Universities scrambled to deploy AI detectors, tools students quickly learned how to beat. Artists realized their paintings had been scraped to train AI models without consent. Writers discovered their words regurgitated by bots. What Silicon Valley called innovation, creators called theft. Google employees staged protests. OpenAI employees quit over safety concerns. The very companies promising to make knowledge free were accused of stealing knowledge to sell back to us. One high school teacher in Texas described the shift. "My students don't even bother Googling anymore. They just paste questions into ChatGPT. It feels like the end of learning itself." A freelance illustrator in Brazil said, "My clients used to pay me $500 for artwork. Now they ask, why should I pay you when Midjourney is $10 a month?" Trust was breaking. Global shockwave governments weren't ready. Italy became the first Western country to ban ChatGPT, citing privacy violations. China accelerated its AI race, launching Baidu's Ernie bot. The EU drafted the world's first AI law, demanding safety checks, fines, and transparency. Universities rewrote academic honesty policies. Students fought back, arguing that banning AI was like banning calculators in the 1980s. Meanwhile, regular people pushed boundaries. A 17-year-old in Sweden automated a Shopify business with ChatGPT, making $10,000 in a month. A California father used ChatGPT to draft a custody agreement, stunning his lawyer. A doctor in India used it to draft patient reports, saving hours. The technology was rewriting lives faster than governments could react. The numbers. By mid-2023, OpenAI's valuation hit $86 billion. Google lost $100 billion in a single day from Bard's blunder. Microsoft's market cap briefly made it the most valuable company in the world. But surveys showed 58% of Americans didn't trust AI at all. 72% feared it would take jobs. The paradox was clear. People were terrified, but they couldn't stop using it. Human cost. The casualties grew. Copywriters lost contracts as companies shifted to AI text. Translators saw incomes collapse as AI tools replaced them. Customer service workers were told their jobs were being augmented, then quietly laid off. One mother in the Philippines, who'd worked as a virtual assistant for American companies, said, "Overnight, my client told me ChatGPT was cheaper. I lost 80% of my income." Hollywood writers went on strike in 2023, demanding protections against AI replacing their scripts. It became the first major labor strike explicitly about AI. The fear was everywhere. Chaos inside the companies. Google was split. Some executives wanted to release more powerful AI. Others warned about lawsuits and regulation. Employees leaked internal memos showing confusion and fear. At OpenAI, the drama was worse. In late 2023, CEO Sam Altman was suddenly fired by his board. Employees revolted. Within days, he was reinstated. But the chaos exposed a deep rift. Was OpenAI about saving humanity, or about making billions? Meanwhile, Microsoft stayed steady. Nadella's strategy was simple. Integrate AI everywhere, as fast as possible. The battle lines were clear. The global arms race. By 2024, it wasn't just Google and Microsoft. Amazon built its own AI models into Alexa. Apple tested AI integrated into iPhones. Facebook's Meta launched LLAMA to compete. China poured billions into AI, treating it like a national security project. The US Pentagon explored AI for defense. The UK announced an AI safety summit. One analyst compared it to the space race of the 1960s. Only this time, the battlefield wasn't the moon. It was the human brain. The bigger picture: every revolution looks the same. The printing press destroyed the church's monopoly on information. Napster destroyed the music industry. The iPhone destroyed Nokia. Now, AI was destroying search, rewriting jobs, and reshaping trust. The companies at the center thought they were building products. In reality, they were rewriting society. Conclusion: so what does the great AI panic mean? It means trillion-dollar companies are no longer competing over who builds the best app. They are competing over who controls human knowledge itself. If history is any guide, the winners may not be corporations. It may be users who jailbreak, pirate, and rewire AI however they want. The war has only just begun. The question is, who survives it? What about you? Do you trust AI to replace Google, or does it terrify you too? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you learned something. And if you think this war is insane, wait until you hear about the collapse of movie theaters. Click here to watch next.